Hello everybody, my name's Dan Clark. I'm the Regional Director for DCR's Division of Water Supply Protection for the Quabbin and Ware River region. Welcome to Quabbin Park Cemetery. As you're all aware, this has been a crazy time with the coronavirus, and many of the activities that we would normally gather together with have unfortunately been canceled or postponed. And sad to say that the annual Memorial Day recognition ceremony is one of those events. However, DCR thought it would be nice and appropriate to still try and have a ceremony virtually so we can continue to honor the former residents of the towns that were lost during the construction of Quabbin, and also all of our veterans. So we hope you enjoy this virtual ceremony. I would encourage you sometime this summer to come out and visit Quabbin Park Cemetery. Things look beautiful out here, and we'd like to have you come and look around. Enjoy the ceremony.
It's an honor to join you this morning. Always good to be here with my good friend, Representative Whips. I know Representative Smoller is unable to join us today, and the members of our area veterans groups, and thank you. This annual Memorial Day ceremony may be a little bit different than years past, but the reason for us getting together has not changed. It's an opportunity to remember the sacrifice and service of the fallen. It's also a time to remember the sacrifice of those from the Swift River Valley whose homes and businesses were taken by the rising waters. And I would be remiss if I did not remember today our good friend, Earl Cooley. Bumpo was a son of Dana, a World War II veteran, and was here every single year at these ceremonies and always would help to place the wreath on the Dana Memorial, and Bumpo recently passed away. I also would like to remember, and I know with Representative Whips and Representative Smoller, the 88 who have died from the Holyoke Soldiers Home. And we need to remember their sacrifice and what their families are going through as well. It's been said that a person dies 3 times, once their physical death, once when they are laid to rest, and once when they are remembered no more. I want to thank you. I want to thank DCR, the Watershed, various historical groups, to make sure that those who are in this hallowed ground are never forgotten. The mask that we are wearing right now is just temporary, but their sacrifice and service is eternal. So I join you in giving God's blessings to the fallen and to our great country.
Thank you to the DCR for organizing this program. I've participated in this program many years, several as a legislator, and many as the president of the Athol Historical Society. I'd like to thank the DCR for keeping sacred grounds such as these in such pristine condition, and we're very grateful for them on this Memorial Day. I'd also like to thank the Schmidt Trust. Eleanor Schmidt was a woman who was born in Prescott and was displaced, and it was her mission in life to make sure the history of the Swift River Valley as well as the Quabbin Reservoir, was never forgotten. So we thank the Schmidts. As Memorial Day is a time for reflection, I ask you to think about our servicemen and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice. I ask that you think of their families, the moms and dads, brothers and sisters and children whose loved one never came home. I ask that you remember that our nation is still at war. Last year, 50 service members were killed in action and 330 were injured. Please remember that when these folks come back, sometimes their injuries are not visible. The Massachusetts legislature has worked really hard to make sure that we provide for these families as well as the veterans who are coming back from serving our country. Mental health capacity is something we're working very hard on, as we still have nearly 20 veterans a day committing suicide. We ask that as you reflect this week, that you think about those folks who are coming back, who are struggling, and their families who are also struggling with them. As I was driving down here today, I listened to a medley of the military anthems that are usually played here by the Belchertown Community Band. I watch with so much respect the veterans as they stand when they hear their anthems played at this event. Today, in closing, I'd just like to say thank you to all who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. I thank their families for their incredible sacrifice. And I wish you all a safe and peaceful weekend, and I hope next year we'll be able to be back.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who have gave their lives that the nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave their last full measure of devotion, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth.
In Flanders fields. In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard among the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up the quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. We will now formally recognize the sacrifices of those individuals from the 4 towns of the Swift River Valley with the placing of the memorial wreaths. In honor of the veterans from the town of Greenwich, veteran Dave LaValle will place the wreath at the Greenwich Monument. In honor of the veterans from the town of Enfield, veteran Gene Thoreau will place the wreath at the Enfield Monument. In honor of the veterans of the town of Prescott, veteran John Goulet will place a wreath at the Prescott Monument. The final wreath commemorates the Schmidt family. The bench with the Schmidt family name is a place where one can sit and contemplate the sacrifices that many individuals and families have made for the development of the Quabbin. Presenting the Schmidt Memorial Wreath is veteran Ray Janke.
I'm Mary Catherine Knight, Department of New England Auxiliary to Sons Union Veterans of the Civil War President, and also the local LA TIF Camp 15 and Auxiliary 10 Sons of Union Veterans Civil Wars President. I'm here to lay a wreath in memory of all the Civil War soldiers, especially in memory of the Doubleday family from Dana.